Tell me something. Do you have a favorite place to shop? And what would you do if they messed with your favorite place to shop? I'm Ted Robb, the Stud Terrapin, coming to tell you that they messed with my man store. Hi, I'm Ted Robb, the Stud Terrapin, and yeah, I have a man store. I know I talked about Home Depot, and Home Depot is one of my man stores, but I have one special man store. In fact, they call themselves the Man's Mall. I live in Minnesota, and these winters get long, but that's not what I want to talk about. One of the good things about living in Minnesota is that we have Mills Fleet Farm. It's a fantastic store. Now, I know other places have stores that call them Farm and Fleet, Tractor Supply. I've seen some of those, and I've been in some of those, but nothing compares to Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm is one of those stores that a man can walk into and not come back out for hours. And he comes back out with a smile on his face. You know, most men don't like going shopping, but when it's Fleet Farm, there's always something to buy. They have everything a man could want, a man could need. They have automotive supplies. They have almost as many automotive supplies as an actual automotive store. They have tires. They have jeans, blue jeans. They have Levi, Wranglers, and they also carry like man clothes like Carhartts. I mean, it doesn't get more manly than a Carhartts. And you want some Carhartts, you go to Fleet Farm. They have sporting goods. They have unbelievable sporting goods section. They have camping section. They have a huge fishing section. And again, it rivals that of a single brick and mortar fishing store. And guns, they sell guns. Some of you people out there may not be happy about the fact that they sell guns, but there are responsible people in this world that use them, and Fleet Farm sells guns. Fleet Farm has tools. Fleet Farm just plain has everything. But they messed with my man store. I used to be able to go in that store and I'd stop hitting the door and know exactly, bingo, I'm going this way, I'm going to get the car parts. I'm going this way and I'm going to get the electrical stuff. I'm going over there next to electrical and get plumbing. I'm going to go right here to the left of the door toward the front of the store, tools. One day I come in there and I start heading right for the tools, and the tools aren't there. What'd you do with my tools? My tools are not where my tools are supposed to be. Oh, well, the tools are way back in the back against the wall. So I go back and get the tools. Okay, so now where are the bolts? The nuts, the bolts, all the fastener stuff. He said, well, you go over this way about 8, 9 aisles down there. That's where all the... No, the fasteners are supposed to be like just on the other side of the tools. Everything was moved. It took forever to find anything. And this went on for 6 weeks. It seems like every day I'd go in, something else would be moved, or something I just learned where it was moved somewhere else. I swear they were just trying to mess me up and every other man, because you did not see a lot of smiling faces on men in this store. And then the cashiers, which are always pleasant, always have been pleasant, really nice cashiers there, they'd always ask you, well, did you find everything? And you know, generally I'd say, yes, I did. Because for the last 10 years, I knew where everything was. They didn't tell the cashiers not to ask that question. The cashier comes and says, hello, sir, did you find everything? I said, yeah, no, I did not. I swear, some of the stuff, I swear you've just plain hidden from me. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I could hear it down the line in all the registers. So, sir, did you find everything today? No, I did not. Some of the guys get really nasty, and I was like, You know, because some of the guys are not like sweethearts like I am. They would get really nasty and like, oh, so I felt sorry for some of those cashiers. But like I said, this went on for like 6 weeks. Generally, when a company, and this is a pretty big company, when a company's going to do a rearrangement and stuff like that, they'll do it late at night, they'll do it overnight, and it'll take them 3 days to do it. There's not a lot of disruption, and then when it's settled, it's settled. But this place, I couldn't figure it out. Finally, it was all done. And then they put up the signs, which they didn't have to put up the signs because we figured out what was going on. Because, why? Because over in the Carhartt section, they moved the Carhartts God knows where. Over in the Carhartt section are groceries. Who in the world goes to Fleet Farm to buy groceries? You go to Fleet Farm to buy tires, to buy car parts. You go to Fleet Farm to buy sporting goods, fishing stuff, hunting stuff. You go to Fleet Farm to buy even cattle food, things like that, pet food. You don't go to Fleet Farm to buy groceries. They messed with my man store just so they could put groceries in. I'm at a loss. You know, I still am. Every one of us are. You know, us guys will go by and see all of that space that could be used for guy stuff. And it's got bread, and it's got cereal, and it's got milk, and it's got eggs. And it's like we just shake our head, and sometimes a tear comes to our eyes. So, here I am. They messed with my man store. So the other day I was needing some bolts and some wire and some, you know, stuff like that. And I called out to my wife, say, hey, I'm taking off to Fleet Farm. And on the way out the door, she says, pick me up a gallon of milk while you're gone. And you know what I did? I actually bought milk at my man store. Life as we know it is over. Well, this is Ted Robb, the old stud terrapin, saying, keep your bowels open. Thank you for watching, and if you liked what you saw and would like to see more, please click the subscribe button or one of the other links on the screen. And don't forget to tell your friends about Stud Terrapin. Thank you.